See, now we will calculate the oxidation number of following underlying atoms in the following compounds. See the first question. In first question, we have to find the oxidation number of manganese. We know in K2MnO4, potassium is an alkali metal. So potassium is an alkali metal, group 1 element, and oxidation number of group 1 element is +1. So 2 into +1, and oxidation number of manganese. Let X, as oxygen is present in this compound in the form of oxide. So 4 oxygen atoms are there. So +4 multiply by oxidation number of oxygen is -2. We know the sum of oxidation number of all the elements present in the compound is equal to the charge. So charge on KMnO4 is 0. So the sum of oxidation number will be equal to 0. On solving, we get 2 plus X minus 8 equal to 0. We get oxidation number of manganese equal to +6. See the next question. The next question is we have to find the oxidation number of chromium in K2Cr2O7. See, again potassium is alkali metal. So potassium alkali metal, group 1 element, oxidation number +1. So 2 into +1. Chromium, let X, 2 chromium atoms are present, so +2X. Oxygen oxidation state -2. 7 oxygen atoms, so +7 into -2. Oxygen in the form of oxide. And net charge present on K2Cr2O7 is 0. So it is equal to 0. On solving, we get the value of oxidation number equal to 2x. This is 2x basically. 2x. So it is 2x and 2x. So 2x minus 14 plus 2 means 2x equal to 12 and x equal to 6. So the value of oxidation number is +6. See the next question. In next question, we have to find the oxidation number of chromium. Let chromium be X. Oxidation number of chromium be X. Oxygen in the form of oxide. So +4 oxygen atoms are there. And charge on oxygen is -2. So 4 into -2 equal to the charge present on this compound. Sum of oxidation number equal to charge. Charge on this ion is -2. On solving, we get X minus 8 equal to -2. So X will be equal to +6. So oxidation is of chromium is +6. See the next question. In next question, the example given there is oxalate ion. So in oxalate ion, we know carbon. Let carbon be X. We have to find the oxidation number of carbon. Let carbon be X. So in this case, basically, let carbon be X. So basically 2x plus 4 oxygen atoms are there and oxidation number of oxygen is -2. Let carbon be X. So 2x because 2 carbon atoms. Oxygen in the form of oxide. So +2, 4 into -2 equal to the charge. So charge equal to -2. So we get 2x equal to 6. So 2x equal to 6 and x equal to +3. So x will be equal to +3. Now see the next. The next is S2O3. Again, let sulfur be X. So 2 sulfur atoms are therefore it is 2x. Now, as we can see that in S2O3, let sulfur be X. So 2 sulfur atoms are present, therefore 2x. Oxidation state is -2 as oxide. So -2 into 3 is equal to charge. So charge present on it -2. So 2x equal to -2 plus 6. 2x equal to 4. So x is equal to +2 is the oxidation number of sulfur in this compound. See the next question. The next question is oxidation state of arsenic and sulfide in this compound. See, as we know, generally in a compound first cation and then anion. So like this, As2 and S3. So basically in any compound generally first cation comes and then anion. So plus and minus. Now cross multiply. So the charge on arsenic will be +3. Now cross multiply. The charge on S is -2. So oxidation number of arsenic in this compound is +3 and oxidation number of sulfur in this compound is -2. See the next question. The next question is we have to find the oxidation number of nitrogen in this compound. Compound is NH4NO3. See, there are two nitrogen atoms and we have to find the oxidation number of nitrogen atom in this compound. See, there are two nitrogen atoms. So this compound will break into, this compound is in the form of ion. One is NH4 plus ion and one is NO3 negative ion. So two ions are present, one is NH4 plus and one is NO3 minus. Let in this ion oxidation state of nitrogen is X. So X, as hydrogen is not bonded with metal, it is bonded with non-metal, therefore oxidation number of hydrogen is +1. So +1 into 4. So sum of oxidation number is equal to charge. So X plus 4 is equal to +1. Charge present on NH4 plus is +1. So X is equal to -3. So the oxidation state of nitrogen in ammonium ion is -3. Now we will see the oxidation state of nitrogen in nitrate ion. See, nitrate ion, let nitrogen atom oxidation state be X, and oxygen in the form of oxide, 3 oxygen atoms, therefore -2 into 3 is -6 equal to the charge, and charge present on nitrate ion is -1, so equal to -1. Now X on solving we get +5. So in ammonium nitrate, nitrogen is present in two oxidation state. One of the oxidation state of nitrogen is -3 and one of the oxidation state of nitrogen is +5. So two states of nitrogen, one is +3 and one is -3 and one is +5. So X equal to +5. See the next compound. The next compound is Fe3O4. Fe3O4. See in this compound, as we know that Fe3O4 carrying no charge, therefore the total charge on Fe3O4 is equal to 0. Let the oxidation state of iron. Let the oxidation state of iron is X. So 3 iron atoms are present, so 3X. And oxygen in the form of oxide. So basically oxidation state of oxygen in this atom is -2 into 4 and total charge on this compound is 0, equal to 0. So the value of X is equal to +8/3. As we know that Fe3O4 is basically a mixed oxide. It is basically a mixed oxide. So Fe3O4 is basically mixed oxide of FeO dot Fe2O3. So basically Fe3O4 is a mixed oxide of FeO and Fe2O3. See, whenever the oxidation state comes in a fraction, then how we calculate the oxidation state? See, in FeO there is only one iron atom, and oxidation state of iron is in this compound oxygen -2 and iron +2. See, in this compound 2 iron atoms are present, Fe2O3. So 2x minus 6 equal to 0, X equal to +3. So basically in mixed oxide Fe3O4, FeO and Fe2O3, two oxides are present, and oxidation state of one iron in FeO is +2 and oxidation state of Fe is +3 in Fe2O3. In this case we calculate always average oxidation state. So the average oxidation state will be 1 iron atom and oxidation state +2. So we will say 1 into 2. Now plus. In this compound, how many iron atoms are there? 2 iron atoms and oxidation state +3. So we will say 2 iron atoms with oxidation state +3 divided by total number of iron atoms are 1 plus 2, 3. So average 2 plus 6 is 8. So average oxidation state also comes there 8 by 3. So this is the basically correct method for calculation of oxidation number in case of mixed oxides. See the next example. The next example is this compound is again Fe, H2O5, NO and SO4. This complex is basically called brown ring complex. This complex is what? This is brown ring complex. Brown ring complex. See. So basically the brown ring formation in a test tube is due to formation of this compound. And we have to find the oxidation state. We have to find the oxidation state of iron in this compound. See, let the oxidation state of iron is X. Let the oxidation state of iron is X. As we know, water is neutral. Water is neutral. Therefore, oxidation number of water in this compound is 0. So it comes plus 5, X plus 5 into 0. So it becomes 0. As we know, in this compound NO is in the form of NO plus. So this is nitrosyl ion. So in this compound NO is present in the form of nitrosyl ion, NO positive. So X plus 5 into 0 plus 1. Charge on NO is plus 1. See. Now, as we know, sulfate ion is -2. So X plus 1 minus 2 and net charge equal to 0. Net charge equal to 0. When we solve, the oxidation state of iron is +1. So in this compound, the oxidation state of iron is +1. See the next question. The next question is FeS. We know sulfur, this is iron sulfide. And we know in sulfide, the oxidation state, charge on sulfur is -2. So charge on iron is +2. So oxidation number of iron in this compound is +2. And oxidation number of sulfur in this compound is -2. See the next question. The next question is basically, as we know always, like iron sulfide is given Fe2S3. See in this compound, always cation comes first normally. So plus charge and sulfur minus charge. Now cross multiply. So cation comes first, therefore plus, and sulfur and anion comes last, therefore negative. Now cross multiply. S3 is multiplied by plus charge, so charge on iron is +3. Now cross multiply. So 2 will be multiplied, therefore charge is -2. So charge on iron in this compound is +3 and charge on sulfur in this compound is -2. Therefore oxidation state of iron is +3 in this compound and oxidation state of sulfur is -2 in this compound. See the next question. Next question is very important. So these questions are basically important questions. You have to remember all these cases. FeS2. Basically, in this compound, the iron exists in +2 form. Iron exists in +2 form. So when there is total positive charge +2, then total negative charge will also -2. It means it is in the form of S2, 2 negative ion. As we can see that for 2 atoms of sulfur, there is 2 unit of negative charge. So for 1 atom of sulfur, it is -1. So therefore, oxidation state is always per atom. So in this compound, this is called iron pyrite. In this compound, iron oxidation state is +2 and sulfur oxidation state is -1. See the next compound. Next question is based on K4FeCN6. K4FeCN6. See this compound. Potassium is alkali metal, so oxidation state +1. So 4 into +1. Let the oxidation state of iron be X. And Cn is a radical with -1 charge. So -1 into 6 equal to net charge is equal to 0. On solving, we get the X equal to +2. So oxidation state of iron in this compound is +2. See the next question. The next question is Ag and S2O3 twice, whole carrying -3 charge. So basically this compound is Ag S2O3 twice and carrying -3 charge. See in this compound, let the oxidation state of silver is X. We know S2O3 radical is thiosulfate, and charge on thiosulfate is S2O3. Charge on thiosulfate is S2O3 2 negative. So charge on this radical is -2. And how many S2O3 are present? There are 2 S2O3 are present. So we can say that X plus 2 into charge on S2O3 is -2. So 2 into -2 equal to the total charge present on this ion. So this is basically equal to -3. On solving, we get the value of X equal to +1. So the oxidation state of silver in this compound is +1. Now we will discuss some special cases to find the oxidation number. So there are some special cases to find the oxidation number. See the first case. So first case is basically chromium peroxide. See, CrO5. So in CrO5, when we calculate oxidation number directly, see, chromium, let X is the oxidation number of chromium. As oxygen in this case, oxidation state of -2 if we take according to oxygen. So -2 into 5, and charge on this molecule is 0. So X comes here 10, which is wrong, because oxidation state cannot be more than 8. Oxidation state cannot be more than 8 of an element. Oxidation state always comes less than equal to 8. But in this case, oxidation state comes +10, which is wrong. So we will solve this compound by using the structure. See, in this case we know chromium linked with oxygen in the form of peroxide. So chromium linked with oxygen in the form of peroxide and oxide also. See, the structure of CrO5 is basically blue butterfly type structure. So color of this compound is blue, and as it has butterfly structure, so we call blue butterfly. See the structure of this compound. So basically chromium linked with one peroxy group, and this is second peroxy group. So basically first question in this compound is how many number of peroxy linkages? How many number of peroxy linkages are there? So we will say there is one peroxide linkage and there is second peroxide linkage. So number of peroxide linkages are there 2. See now. So 2 peroxide linkages are there in CrO5. Now we will calculate the oxidation number. See, always remember a simple concept of bonding. If there is a single bond between A and B is more electronegative, so B will carry -1 charge. If there is single bond between A and B is more electronegative, then B will carry -1 charge. And if A is less electronegative, then A will carry +1 charge. So if there is bond between A and B, single bond between A and B is more electronegative, then the charge on B will be -1 and charge on A will be +1. See, for example, there is a single bond between chromium and oxygen, again chromium and oxygen, again chromium and oxygen, again chromium and oxygen. So if there is one bond, chromium and oxygen is more electronegative, therefore oxygen is more electronegative, therefore the charge on oxygen will be -1. So the charge on oxygen will be -1 and charge on chromium will be +1. See again, now there is again single bond between chromium and oxygen, so charge on this oxygen atom will be -1. Again, due to this -1 and bond, chromium is less electronegative than oxygen, so again +1. Now see this bond, chromium and oxygen is more electronegative, then again charge on oxygen is -1. See again, chromium and oxygen is more electronegative and single bond, therefore charge on oxygen is -1. See, so basically in this case what is happening there, in this case basically there are 4 bonds and oxygen is more electronegative than chromium. So due to these 4 oxygen atoms, the charge on chromium, the charge on chromium atom will be +4. Now see this bond, when there is double bond between A and B, then when B is more electronegative, then the charge on B is -2 and the charge on A is +2. See, in this case, chromium and oxygen carrying double bond. So basically in this case, electronegativity of oxygen is more. And double bond is present. So -2 charge will be on the oxygen atom and +2 charge will be on the chromium atom. So now we can say that -1, -1, -1, -1. Due to -4, chromium will get +4 charge, and due to this double bond, chromium +2 again. So net charge on chromium is +6. So the oxidation state of chromium in this compound is +6, not +10, which is wrong. So basically the correct oxidation state in this compound is +6. See next question. Next question is Carrot's acid. See, so Carrot's acid is basically, molecular formula of Carrot acid is H2SO5. See in this case, when we directly solve the oxidation number, so we can see that hydrogen +1 into 2, let the oxidation state of sulfur is X, and oxygen if we take in the form of oxide, so -2 into 5 equal to 0. So when we directly solve the oxidation state, the value of oxidation state will come equal to +8. So value of oxidation state will become equal to +8, which is wrong, because the oxidation state of sulfur always varying from -2 to +6. So the oxidation state of sulfur must be between -2 to +6 or -2 or +6. It cannot be +8, which is wrong. So now we will discuss, according to the chemical bonding, the structure of Carrot's acid. See, structure of Carrot acid, how the oxidation number varies. As we know, basically H2SO4, the structure of H2SO4 is how like H2SO4 is this one. So this is the actual structure of H2SO4. See, we have to find the oxidation number in H2SO5. As we can see that there is one extra oxygen atom. This is the structure of H2SO4. It means we have to insert one extra oxygen to form H2SO5. So where this oxygen to be inserted? See, this oxygen must be inserted where sulfur cannot form more than 6 bonds. So we cannot insert oxygen here. This is wrong, because if we insert oxygen at this point, then the bonds formed by sulfur will be 7, which is not possible. Means sulfur can be inserted there. Sulfur can be inserted there. Now the number of bonds around sulfur is 6, as well as oxygen is also inserted. So basically the correct structural formula of H2SO5 is HO, S double bond O, and there is one peroxy linkage and there is hydrogen. This is the correct structure of Carose acid, H2SO5, which we call Carose acid. See in this compound. Very very easy. Always remember, oxidation state sharing is always between different atoms, not between same atoms. See, as we can see that the pair of oxygen and hydrogen, is different. So the pair of oxygen and hydrogen is different. We can see that the pair of oxygen and hydrogen is different. So in this case, there is single bond between oxygen and hydrogen, and hydrogen and oxygen is more electronegative, therefore oxidation state will come -1. We are looking only this bond. So basically there is one single bond. By using this covalent bond, oxygen more electronegative, oxygen will get -1 charge, and hydrogen will get +1 charge. See next. Again, as oxygen same atoms are present, means there is no sharing of oxidation number from this to this or this to this, as pair is same, means we will look for another pair. Now another different pair is for sulfur and oxygen. So basically in this sulfur and oxygen, single bond is present and electronegativity also different. So basically due to this bond, oxygen is more electronegative and single bond, therefore oxygen will get -1 charge. So oxygen will get -1 charge. Now due to this bond, oxygen get -1, so sulfur will get how much? Sulfur will get +1 charge. Now see again there is oxygen and hydrogen pair. And electronegativity of oxygen is more, hydrogen is less. So again there is single bond. So hydrogen will get +1 charge. And oxygen will get -1 charge. Now again see in this case again the pair of sulfur and oxygen, different pair. So for different pair there is sharing of oxidation number. Now we can see that oxygen and sulfur different electronegativity, oxygen is more electronegative. So again due to this bond oxygen will get -1 charge. Now again when oxygen get -1 charge, then sulfur will get how much? Then sulfur will get +1 charge. So basically we have seen the all contribution of oxidation number in horizontal line. Now we will see towards vertical line. See how many sulfur and oxygen bonds are there? Double bond, and oxygen is more electronegative. So for two covalent bonds, oxygen will get 2 unit of negative charge because oxygen is more electronegative. Now again sulfur and oxygen. In sulfur and oxygen is more electronegative. So sulfur will get -2 charge as 2 bonds are there. So basically due to this -2 and due to this -2, sulfur will get how much? +4 charge. So the net charge on sulfur is +6. So basically in H2SO5, which we called Carose acid, the oxidation number of sulfur is +6, which is correct. So oxidation number of sulfur in this case is +6, which is correct. So we have, and also we can say how many peroxy linkages are there. There is one oxygen linkage. So basically number of peroxy linkage is equal to 1. So number of peroxy linkage is equal to 1 in this compound. So it is similar to the H2SO4 structure, only insert one oxygen. So it will form peroxy linkage. You may insert there or you may also insert there. So we have find the oxidation number of all atoms, like this oxidation number of oxygen in this -2, oxidation number of oxygen -2, oxidation number of hydrogen +1, oxidation number of hydrogen +1, So we have find the oxidation number of each and every atom in this compound. See the next case. So this is the case. We have find the oxidation state of sulfur, which is +6. See, next we are seeing the case, the oxidation number of iron in iron oxide. See, in this case, basically the compound given here is Fe3O4. Fe3O4. See the case of Fe3O4. In Fe3O4, basically Fe3O4 is a mixed oxide. Fe3O4 is a mixed oxide of Fe3O4 is a mixed oxide of FeO dot Fe2O3 and we can see that the oxidation state of iron in FeO is +2 and the oxidation state of iron in Fe2O3 is +3. Now we can see that there are two different oxidation states of iron are present. Now we will solve the average oxidation state. Now we will solve average oxidation state for iron. See how we will calculate the average oxidation state for iron. See, there is one iron atom and oxidation state +2. So we will say oxidation state +2 and +2 oxidation state only one iron atom plus two iron atoms with oxidation state +3. So we will say oxidation state +3 into 2 divided by total number of iron atoms are 1 and 2, which is 3. So oxidation state of iron average, which is 8/3. So basically we have seen that this is a mixed oxide of Fe2O3, FeO and Fe2O3, and iron in +2 state and iron in +3 state. So average oxidation state is total charge on all the atoms, like one iron atom +2, two iron atoms +3 divided by total number of atoms, which is 3. So this is the average oxidation state of iron. Now we will discuss another ion which we call tetrathionate ion. So which we call tetrathionate ion. See the case of tetrathionate. See, basically tetrathionate is which ion? 4 sulfur atoms, therefore we will call tetra, and 4 sulfur atoms are linked together by sulfur, therefore there is sulfur linkage. And sulfur linkage is present, then we call it thio. Whenever there is a sulfur linkage, we call it thio. So basically when we calculate the oxidation number directly, then solve. So basically 4 sulfur atoms are there, so we will let X is the oxidation state of sulfur, so it is equal to 4 into X, and by letting oxygen as oxide ion, so -2 into 6 equal to total charge on this ion is -2, so it is equal to -2. So when we solve it, 4x is equal to 10 and x will come equal to 2.5. So basically again we can see that whenever the oxidation state comes in fraction, then it is 100%, the average oxidation state, like here also. So basically X is 2.5 and in this compound there are 4 sulfur atoms, so basically this 2.5 is also a fractional oxidation state. So this is the oxidation state of average of all the 4 atoms. See how we will calculate the oxidation state of each sulfur atom. The oxidation state of each sulfur atom in this compound. See the case. The compound is S4O6 2 negative ion. So basically the compound is S4O6 2 negative ion, tetrathionate ion. We may also compare it with Marshall acid. So this is the structure in which 4 sulfur atoms are linked like this. tetra, and there is sulfur linkage, we called it thiolinkage. So sulfur linkage is present, therefore we called it thiolinkage. And 6 oxygen atoms are there. We know sulfur forms 6 bonds because sulfur can show oxidation state from -2 to +6. So sulfur can form 6 bonds, as valence electron in sulfur is 6, group 16 element. Now, so we can say one sulfur bond is there. Sulfur linkage means thiolinkage. Now again, sulfur can form one more double bonded with oxygen atom. Now one oxygen atom more left for this sulfur atom, so this linkage will be sulfur oxygen linkage. And also, as there is single bond, so there will be -1 charge on this oxygen atom. There is -1 charge on this oxygen atom. Now see, as we can see that now again we can see that this sulfur is also linked with oxygen atom double bond, same mirror image. So S double bond O also there, and there is also sulfur oxygen negative charge. So this is the structure of basically S4O6. This is the structure of S4O6 2 negative ion, which we call 4 atoms tetra thiolinkage thionate ion. See, this is similar to this one. now we will find the structure, oxidation state of each sulfur atom. So how we will find the oxidation state of each sulfur atom? See, in this case we can see that sulfur atom, we can see that sulfur atom is same, as both atoms are same, therefore there is no electronegativity difference. When two atoms are same linked, then there is no sharing of oxidation number. So this sulfur will have oxidation number of 0. Also this sulfur atom will have oxidation number of 0. When same atoms are linked, then oxidation number will be 0. Again, this sulfur is again linked to sulfur. This sulfur is again linked to sulfur. Therefore, there is no contribution of oxidation number to this sulfur atom and this sulfur atom, because they are linked with same sulfur atoms and same electronegativity. So the oxidation number of two sulfur atoms like this and this, on these sulfur atoms oxidation number is equal to 0, 0. Now we have two more sulfur atoms. See, in this case, as we can see that in sulfur and oxygen, see, so we have calculated the oxidation state of sulfur atoms. This is 0 and this is 0. Now we can see that this sulfur atom and this sulfur atom both are same, so there is no sharing of oxidation number in these two sulfur atoms. Again, there is also no sharing of oxidation number in between these two sulfur atoms. Now, as we know, oxygen is more electronegative, so due to two bonds, so two bonds are there, so oxygen will get -2, so the charge on sulfur is +2. Now again, there is double bond, so oxygen is more electronegative, again -2, so due to this -2, sulfur will again +2 charge. As we can see that due to this bond, oxygen atom already has -1, so now due to this bond, sulfur will get +1 charge. So charge on sulfur on this sulfur atom is +5, and this sulfur atom 0 and this sulfur atom 0. Again, see, this and this sulfur atom are similar, so again charge on this sulfur atom will be +5. So there are 4 sulfur atoms, and charge on sulfur atoms are +2, 0 and 0. So basically now we have 4 sulfur atoms, so we will find the average oxidation state. So average oxidation state of sulfur will be how much? +5 on one and +5 on another, and +0 and +0. How many atoms are there? 4 atoms are there, sulfur. So basically oxidation number equal to 2.5. So this is basically the concept to find oxidation number. Whenever oxidation state comes in average, then it is always the then it is always the oxidation state we call average oxidation state. So this is average oxidation state. So this is average oxidation number. See, +5 +5 +0 0, 10/4, which is 5/2 equal to 2.5. So this is the method how we can calculate the oxidation state of each atom.